I am beginning this read at 11:11 a.m. in the morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy days to you. I hope everybody is doing awesome and feeling good about life. I hope you're being patient with yourself and, having mercy and compassion upon you so that you can spread that outward. But it has to start with you first. You have to be graceful with yourself before you can be graceful with others, right? It's all about healing our inner child. I do it at 11:11 to bring the energy of Uranus in, okay? Uranus, I guess we're saying, however we say it. Which Uranus is way out in the outer edges of our universe, and it represents breaking through to new consciousnesses. It represents pushing and not allowing anything to stop. It represents breaking things that no longer work, or getting rid of them, trashing them, leaving them behind, right? Uranus is pushing outward, 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 always. And so Uranus is a beautiful planet, right? It represents new. Why? Because it wants to break the old. The old must come down so that the new can be found. So that these treasures of a new identity, new creativity, a new way of life can emerge and be born. And we are on the precipice of it right now. Every day, actually, when we wake up, something new, something has changed, whether it seems like it or not. If it hasn't changed, then you haven't changed. So you got to pull your big boy panties on and realize that change only comes with you. You have to change first, and then the things around you change. And the best way towards change is, loving yourself, loving you as a creation of the Creator. That you are every bit, everything the Creator ever was. It's all inside you. We have it all in our DNA, everything ever created on this planet. And then a couple points of something we have no idea what is related to. Who knows? I mean, could it be something greater than, what we could imagine? Because we've not been taught to imagine great things. Okay, let's see what the cards are saying today. Please like, share, subscribe. I always forget to say that. I guess you ain't supposed to say that first anyway. Oh well. Anyway, keep in mind, okay, if you do have a heart, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Get the channel out, to get the love going around, to bring higher vibrations, right? That's the most important thing, is to make a change upon this planet. And each one of us has the power to change this planet by changing ourselves. Because when we change, everything changes. How do we change? I don't know. All of us have a place where we think, oh, I'd like to be better at that, or I would like to be capable of doing more of this, or I wonder what this is like. That's change. It means you're moving into something new, and you're going to fail and go through trauma and all this stuff because you're going to do something new. But it's not really failing, and it's not really trauma. What it is opening yourself up to new things and finding where they fit at within your system, and giving them a chance to work out so that you can learn to love the thing that you want to learn to do. And in the process of learning, your whole life changes. You change. Everything changes around you. Wow, Thanatos. I'm not so sure about this, but I think that's death. And isn't that what we were talking about in change? See these webs? No web is alike. There's always change. I'm not talking through the physical form of death. I'm talking through the transformation of allowing old self to die so that a new self could be born. But we're going to read this because the last time I got this, I didn't look at it. It's, I'm not sure the web and all that. So we're all caught in the web that we are right here. We are all caught up in this universal web. We're all entangled with each other. We all feel each other, whether we recognize we do or we don't. But we do. This is 50, 60, 73. I can't tell which way is up or which way is down. 73. So as we go through this big change, and we are, it is a big change. I saw apocalypse in there. Thanatos, death. Okay, the old things are dying away. It has to be such so that new can be born. What we're going through as a civilization, as a collective, is the old ideas of patriarchy is dying away and giving birth to a new world of equality where we're all equal in every way. We don't all think alike, we don't all do the same things, but we're all worthy to be here because we're here on the planet. Death. It is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as transformation. I did. But the true archetypical resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually. With more compassion and wisdom to share, this capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything when this card appears. It signifies an initiation into the underworld. When light, grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is. When dark, fear, or insensitivity to old age, illness, the dying. Grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is. Bearing witness to life and death. And, it just does something, doesn't it? It really does. I've been with loved ones when they pass over. I'd had it no other way. It's a solemn time. It's a time to eat well with them if possible. One, I was able to have a meal with her before she passed on that night. Others, just to be there and hold their hand. Some don't even know you're there. And I talked to her and told her how beautiful of a place that her soul was going to go, and that the journey would not be long. There would be people that loved her waiting on the other side to welcome her in, just like when we're born into this world. We have people waiting for us to welcome us in, or at least I hope we do, right? Yeah. So Thanatos is the mark of seeing things change, going out of style, going out of business, going out of life, You know, I mean, it's just the change that brings forth that new world. And it's not always pretty, is it? Life is full of ups and downs. And the best we could do is, I don't know, what can I say? I pray, I meditate. I've seen death. I've seen the other side. So I am not in any hurry to meet death. I believe life is sacred and death is sure. I believe that our true home is on the other side, and that life is a place we get to come to grow, to study, to learn, to expand our soul, to set our spirit wings on fire, and to light up change if we can. And then when we go over to the other side, this is a job, like over here. And then over there, we just do whatever. We plan for our next job. That's retirement, I guess you could say, on the other side. We get to retire. We plan for our next lifespan. And, you know, all the joys and intricacies of it, because when I saw myself on the other side, I was literally sitting in a chair reading over the program that I had written for myself. And I knew this, and I know that I wasn't here because I was up in the stars in a box, you know. So I've had dreams that have familiarized me with my past lives. And, you know I go on about life a lot. Life is beautiful. Live life good. Love yourself. You know, be abundant by loving yourself and giving yourself credit for where credit is due. You know, that's where the material world is the abundant world. You know, we come over here, we have to work for what we get. We have to stretch ourselves. We have to work our muscles. We have to make sure we put weight to our bones. Everything's about working, moving, you know, taking action, progress. Sometimes, though, we got to slow down when we know we need to slow down. Thanatos is here to remind us to appreciate life, to love it, to enjoy it. But don't be afraid, because we're all here in this web, all through the universe. And we come back time and time again. Yes, I've been to the underworld. I've experienced these things spiritually. And I'm not telling you a story. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I would not do that. I know God, love, abundance. I understand the need for people to testify to the things that we see that aren't of the everyday things, the paranormal, the extraordinary, the things you can't see. It's all in the quantums. Learn about the science of the quantum field, and you will see God. God works in the small things. Do not despise small beginnings, God says, right? That's because it all starts in the quantum fields. Small. Do not despise small beginnings, for they lead to your abundance. We start small, but it grows no matter what you focus on your attention. Just like magic, it'll grow. If you focus on you feel bad and you're sick, that's going to grow. If you focus on I'm going to do some yoga, stretches, and meditate for healness, that grows too. Counterbalance. It's mind over matter. It's mind over matter. We want to live our best life while we're here. Because as I said, this is sure. When we get over there, there's no pressure. We just kind of, you know, as far as I could see, there was no pressure. We actually hang out, visit with others. Queen of Swords and the child. Yeah. faith of a child. The child believes that its creator, parent, will always watch over it, right? Truth. That's right. So, we were born here onto this earth, but our true parent is the Mother Earth herself, right? Because she's the one that brought things to life, and we all came to life with her. The love of the child. Remember, you're so loved. Act like it. When you act like you're loved, it changes everything. When you believe you're loved, and then you begin to love yourself, that too changes everything. We are in no hurry to meet death or transformation. So we do the best we can and work our air, work our earth, our body, our air, our mind. We use our emotions for, what we need to, our waters, right? And we use our fire to create even our own selves and turn us into the child of God, right? Today, by the way, the moon is leaving Aries, going into Taurus, so we have fire and earth. And it is a day to create and work on your physical self, to do a few stretches, to, meditate a little bit, to love yourself just a hair. I know you guys get tired of hearing this, but this is what I do, okay? And no, I'm never going to get rich from it. And no, a lot of people ain't never going to, want to hear, because there's no drama, there's no sensitizations. And for most people, they think they love themselves, but they really, really don't know how to do that. How do you love yourself? You love yourself by eating right. You eat your beans, your apples, your fruit, right? And your good meats, right? You love yourself by walking and taking care of your body. You take care of your inner world, your meditation. This is an aim. We made it. We struck gold there. Most people get caught up in the web of doing so much other things that aren't necessary throughout their day, when really the most important thing to do is to take care of yourself. For the better you take care of yourself, 99.9% is the longer you'll be able to live on this planet and enjoy the paradise that she truly is. That's what we want, right? We want to live long. We want to see our grandchildren grow up to 40, 50. In the old days when they took care of themselves and they believed they could do anything with faith, they believed God was always with them. On my show this morning, I had remembered that when I was first studying for my root chakra, how it said that when you get grounded into Mother Earth, you have stronger bones, more stable mind. It's like when you're grounded, it's reminded me, and I saw a deck that I want to get, can't think of it right now, but anyway, there was a kite, right? Our kite could be thought of as our brain, and it sometimes will just fly all over the place. If you let go of that kite and it's not grounded to something, such as somebody holding it, right? And so we would be the mother holding the kite. But just think, if your mind is scattered, if your bones are not feeling very good, if you're arthritic, you could ground into the Mother Earth as an experiment, and you would find that after a few days, the pain would begin to lessen, because she will take that pain on, because you're a product, you're her child. If you're doing the right thing for the right reasons, if you're appreciating and loving yourself, appreciating and loving others, putting life above materialism, God will always hold those ones up and give them the strength and courage that she gives to every plant, tree that rises up from her. Just because we can walk around don't mean that we still ain't her baby. We're that little particle that doesn't act like the other particles that are bigger, which would be our planets, giant particles. But little particles all move around just like we do on this planet. And everybody's doing their own thing in the tiny particle world. And then when we get littler and littler and littler, we see things happen, like Einstein said, that are spooky. The spooky things. Oh, I love spooky. Death and rebirth. And there's some spooky stuff there too, right? And look, Mama Dragon, rah, Mama Earth. Yeah, get spooky. Let the spooky in. It'll make your heart beat fast. Yes, it'll make your heart beat fast. But it will get you ready for a transformation. The cosmic egg, right? The cosmic egg. Yes, it's mind over matter. If you think, so it is. If you think you're sick, you are. If you think you're well, you are. Yeah. How does that work? Well, if you think you're well, you're probably doing 10 minutes of yoga, some cardio, 10 minutes of cardio every other day. And I'm talking to the mature people. I'm talking to you guys who have the biggest, bestest brains on this planet. The mature, wise elders. Yeah, and you have cups to offer. It's all about bringing in equality. It's all about changing this planet, and we're changing. And listen, in order to give birth, you gotta go through hell. It hurts. It hurts to give birth, right? Yes, look, there's sacrifice and everything, but the mother offers the cup when the birth gets here and that baby is born. It's like an offering, right? It's like you forget all the pain. Everything's changed and we're moving forward. Yeah, this is all about knowledge, wisdom, studying, learning, following the things. This is the Three of Swords. This is about gaining as much knowledge as you can so that you understand on a deeper level what's going on around you. And you can't be hurt by those who know more than you, who would take advantage. This is a very interesting card. I'm actually going to set this here because I would love to read this card, and because it was very wise. It's Three of Swords. Some of these cards, I can't memorize them all. I should know Gaia by now, but I don't, so that's okay, right? That's why we have a book. I hope you guys are patient with me. I love y'all. Three of Air. Education, talent, study, willingness, being willing to change your life, being willing to think on a different level, being willing to push it. Find out, experiment with yourself. You be your own experimentation project to see if it works. And if not, you don't have to. But some of us might go down easy. Others of us don't want to go down so easy. I want to see if exercise and eating right and knowing that you're going to be okay and understanding wellness from the heart of one's soul, to love oneself enough to believe that the creation would want you to be able to live a good life. That mother wouldn't want us to go through pain as we age and grow older. Okay, expand your mind. Every experience offers a lesson. Education is a lifelong process. Learning aids comprehension. The more we learn, the more we comprehend. I can go right here. Listen, I have been reading YouTube's policies for about 2 weeks now. It is killing me. But I have to go back, and there's hundreds of them that I have to read before I can be monetized. And so the stress is on because it's all technological, and I have never educated myself in technology, so therefore I am starting from scratch, and it is fearful and burdensome, but I know I have to do it if I want to reach out and get that audience of people that that want to be inspired to work on their healing, who want to be inspired by Mother Gaia to experiment with spiritual energy on healing and stuff. Going back to the monks, going back to the Buddhists, going back to, the people that have lived for 100 years in the monasteries where they took good care of themselves, made peace around them. Lessons repeat until we understand. And again, learning aids comprehension. Comprehension is understanding. Lessons repeat until we understand. We keep repeating the same actions until we learn better, or know more, or understand what is happening. Tarot was best for me. I watch tarot all the time. I love tarot. I don't even watch TV. Don't kill the messenger. Ignorance is nothing to be proud of. Ignorance is nothing to be proud of. To not know about something, especially about yourself. You should know you better than anybody knows you. You should understand you better than anybody understands you. So, we have knowledge and wisdom. Aim to gain more knowledge and wisdom and understanding about any kind of topic. It doesn't matter that you love. It's a duality, whether you love looking into the dark or whether you love looking into the light. This should not fear people, because ultimately we were labeled dark. Feminines were labeled dark, and the masculine was labeled light. I don't find that fair. I think we should switch over. But, we make the best out of what we got, and we use our intuition. We're all light and dark. Everybody has a divine masculine and a divine feminine. And anybody can be, in the dark, which is kind of on the unaware side, the unaware side, or be in the light, highly aware, highly understanding of what's going on around you. And that's why psychology, just understanding who you are, watching tarot helped me learn so much about myself. I love tarot. It is like going to a counselor. This is the Queen of Air. This is the truth. This is the truth. We get caught up in webs, death, and the same thing happens again and again and again in our lives. And we're like, oh my God, how, why, again and again, what is going on? I actually asked that question one time. Well, what's going on is you ain't got no boundaries. You ain't got boundaries. That's what's going on. It happens again and again and again because somehow the wisdom and knowledge you have, not understanding things, but it starts with boundaries. Because without boundaries, you can't get to where you want to be, being able to think with a peaceful mind and a peaceful heart. Boundaries. Boundaries are God's gift to every soul that is looking for their inner world, their inner peace, their inner strength, their inner courage. It takes time alone. You have to have boundaries. Everybody has to stay back while you sort through your own energy so that you can tell the difference between your energy, 12 of Swords, air, truth, and your intuition, so you can find this right here. This takes being alone. It takes being able to cry with yourself and hold yourself. It takes being able to laugh at yourself. It takes being able to have mercy and forgiveness on yourself. Believe me, your feelings are all about you. It's what you feel. And if you want to get your feelings to a place to where you are happy and comfortable in life, you have to work with you to bring you, guide you, and pull you to that place. Body and mind. Balance of body and mind. We're all looking for that balance of body and mind. You know, it should be mind over matter, body. It should be mind and body. Because I have learned, as I said, there was a time when I thought all horrible things were going to happen, and all horrible things did. Some people have minds that create shit and work with the quantum fields. I didn't mean to say poop. Anyway, all those quantum particles that are flying around, if we think something and they go into superposition, we have just begun the creation of those thoughts. So if we aren't careful, the quantum field, the mind, can create what's going on in the body. That's why I walk around la 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 la. It's not about going la 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 la. It's about knowing how I feel, what I think, and where my faith is. I believe that God, that would bring me to a place where I'm at right now in my life, will watch over me, protect me, lead, guide, and direct me. And with faith, this is how we see God. Mother Earth, Goddess, Mother Earth, Divine Feminine, is right here beneath our feet, where we could connect into her without a whole lot of trouble. She's good. She gives flowers. She gives water. She's always got something going on to offer those of us who live on this planet. So she ain't evil. She's beautiful. I love the mama. Your mind is over your body. Your mind, healed and in a healthy state, can prevent possibly, I don't know about that, but okay, I just know that there's a lot of talk of mind over matter. And so, if the mind is over the matter, this means that we want to be careful with our thoughts and try to be positive, try to bring positive energy into our area. The first and greatest positivity is unconditional love for yourself and others. The second greatest positivity energy is just being grateful. Just be grateful for who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going. And don't be afraid. We're all going to the same place. None of us get treated any different. We're all treated just like. And God is good. The scribe. Do not forget to write. Jot down your life. Jot down your changes. Jot down the things you don't like. Just do you. Pay attention to you sometimes. Make sure you give you some time. Okay? One more. Oh, 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups. Learning to leave remorse behind. The Magician. Learning to leave remorse and sadness and anxiety behind us. It is not really a part of our state of being. It is kind of like it doesn't have to be there. That's why God wants us to learn faith. That's why forever the ancients have taught faith. Not blind faith, but just faith in knowing that you're supposed to be here, that you're connected to the powers that be, and that you will be guided to move where you need to be moved. And other than that, you guys have a happy day. Please like, share, subscribe. I love you. And bye-bye.